Hello, everyone, and welcome to Silverstone, home of the home of British motor racing. And we have a rainy qualifying session for this Tier 2 race on this Sunday afternoon and evening, wherever you are in the world. I am joined by Mr. RTG Royale. How are you doing today? Yeah, definitely some technical difficulties, to say the least, during the Tier 5 race, which will be sorted out later this evening and into tomorrow. But for now, we have GSR Tier 2 to worry about. And currently leading the session is Cheeb by just over 4/10, so good lap from him. And he's now back on an out lap. And we are now on board with Milo Gaming, who is running through the third sector, just through Stowe, to see where he can go on his first lap. Coming to the line, we'll see where he can go. A bunch of people now on out laps to start their second run. Milo only goes P14 with that, but a lot of time to improve, obviously. Yes, a rainy session so far. Not sure if it's getting better or worse, but there is a bit of a dry line starting to appear, so it will get better, it seems, as it goes on. But as I say this, Dougal, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. But he is up to P2, beating Davis by just 100th of a second. So good lap from him. Still about 4/10 behind Cheeb, who had an amazing lap right there. In fourth place, we have the Renault of, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And in P5, we have GSR FH444 with a 35.863, currently in the pits, but he's now exiting. People on laps. Dougal is now on 4-lap inters, which is very interesting, so we'll have to see where that, if he goes to pit or anything. Yep. People now on their second runs, on their out laps, and Cheeb is on a lap. He's running through the second sector, I should say, into Cops now. It is a bit of a tricky corner in the rain. Does it? Oh, well, he's not using any ERS, so he's probably on an in lap, or he's just deciding not to use any, which could be the case. But just going through the field, only two people not able to set a lap yet. Alabama Outlaw in the Williams and GSR Callum in the Red Bull, who the Racing Point invalidating his lap, obviously, as he goes for a bit of a tumble through Maggots and Beckett's, and it will bring his Racing Point back to pit lane. People on a lap. We have Cameron in the third sector. He's about to go into Stowe. Currently P12 with a 36.3 in the Haas. See what he can do. Already out of ERS, but isn't really a bad thing. More traction through this final segment as he heads to the line. Where can Cameron go? To P11, so minor improvement, but anything helps. Two of the top three are on out laps. Davis is about to start his flying lap. Oh, didn't see it, but that F1 boy goes up to P2. And Davis is starting his flying lap. He's currently P4. And coming to the line to finish a lap is... that was a outlap, I guess, for the Renault. He'll be starting a flyer right now. GSR FH 444. Oh, yellow flag. That's an Alfa Romeo, I do believe. Kostag going a bit slow. Oh, KDX. Yep. Just caught. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's gone for a spin, yeah. So very tricky conditions. Very tricky conditions. Beep Cheap is now on a lap, but he's low on fuel, so I assume this will be the in lap. Didn't mention it, but I'm just going to call it Leclerc. Leclerc, now P3. Good lap from him. KDX, though, not going to be really happy with that P11. Yeah, another yellow flag. That is, was that a Mercedes? Actually, I think that was Milo just letting everybody through. Okay. RTG, do you have your audio included?
Should be.
Interesting. I just got a message from Chili saying it wasn't included, so
I mean,
I've just
unincluded it and included it again, so.
Okay. So hopefully that works. Chili, if you could let me know if it's working, just send me a message. But besides that, oh, Rossi went to P2 in the Racing Point. Good from him. Let's see. Oh, purple sector 2 for the Renault in P9.
I'm just gonna call him Dramer. I think
All right.
that's probably how you say it.
Dramer, yeah, we'll just call him that. German name, so don't want to be disinclusive, I would say. But very good through cops right here. He's going to head through Maggots and Beckett's. Did have a purple sector... Or sector 1, I should say, actually. This is sector 2. Oh, invalid. Oh, that's unlucky.
Oh, Dougal's gone P2. Dougal D has just gone P2.
Dougal takes the P2 back from Rossi. Yes. And we have just over 2 minutes left, so people are going to be coming out for the final runs now. But people on laps right now, on an in-lap.
Oh, there's a Williams.
For
Alabama's crashed out of
yep.
Out of Vale.
Final sector right at Club and Vale.
So Alabama wouldn't have been able to set a time in this session, which feels bad for him.
So last place for him. GSR Callum is about to start an out lap, so that's the only person currently behind him. But besides that, I was about to say the Mercedes of Scariest Spunk went to P6 and is now on an in lap, so he's not going to be able to set another one unless he's going to go for another one right here, which he possibly could. Yellow flag, sector 3.
That's Rossi just retired in the pit lane. It's cause of the yellow.
Ah, okay.
Ooh. Was that a Ferrari? Who just went... Someone went really wide out of the first turn. I think it might have been FH.
Now, maybe. Let's see. People are about to complete a lap. Jensen, we got a couple people coming to the line. But we'll just ride on board with Jensen right here as he heads to it. Good enough for P5 for the McLaren. Good for him.
Callum is about 2 tenths off FH in the first sector. So if he is 2 tenths, Crazy Custom goes P2 in the Mercedes.
From the Mercedes.
Yeah, as I was saying about GSR Callum, he was 2 tenths off FH in the first sector. So if he is around 2 tenths off him on the actual lap, that would be good enough to put him in the top 3.
A lot of improvement for Callum, who hasn't even set a lap yet, but heading through Stowe in the Red Bull. Let's see where he can go. So we do have a couple people coming to the line. That's a Williams. I think Beep Cheap
I
is
think
starting
FH
his
might have just
lap.
invalidated his next lap. Oh, he's crashed.
Oh, Big Rack McLaren. Who was
And
that?
GSR Callum goes P14. FH didn't
That
make
was
it to the line. He just couldn't make it.
FH, yep. I was about to say, who was that who wrecked? We saw it on board with the Red Bull of Callum. Just a huge wreck out of club and onto the Hamilton straight. And big calamity right there. But we have a Haas coming to the line. Who's that? Cameron goes up to P7. I think he was
Crazy
there.
Catherine is
We
up
have a
in the second
Mercedes.
sector. What's
Mercedes,
crazy?
Serious Spunk.
Don't count the Merc of Crazy out of the running for pole because he's up in the middle sector by just under a tenth. So if he improves in the last sector, he will take pole from FH. As
F1 goes to the top.
Oh, Crazy!
And Crazy
He
Cat
spun!
takes it.
He spun over the line. He still takes it.
He still takes it. What a lap. Spins over the line. I didn't catch it, sadly. I was riding on board with F1 Boy. But good for F1 Boy to start P2.
Beep Cheap is
Obviously
2
not
tenths
over
up.
yet.
BG set purple in the middle
Last.
sector. So BG now in the running for pole. He was on provisional pole for quite a few minutes. So wouldn't surprise me if he does take it.
Where can the Williams put his car on the grid? Coming to the line, where can he go? Spins
He
across
spins
the line,
over the line. He still
P5.
takes P5. He does the
He's
same as
out.
Crazy did. He just couldn't keep it though.
Tried to get all of that exit and will go P5.
And he just takes his car and is now parked directly in front of the Ferrari pit wall.
And we will now be starting the Grand Prix. I don't know the weather for the race. Obviously, being a commentator, we don't know, unlike the drivers, but
Wouldn't surprise me if it is wet because it is Britain, so
we will have to see. I'm trying to get that figured out. But obvious, good qualifying session. Crazy Cat takes pole. Good from him. F1 Boy Abrar gets P2. FH P3, wrecking over the line. And Dougal P4 and Beep Cheap will round out your top 5. And it does seem that we have a dry race, I'm getting told. So, a little less calamity. A wet race would have been very interesting, but we will see true pace in the dry. Little overcast though, so that'll help with tire temperatures. As the strategy for this race should be a mere soft to medium strategy. Just a simple one stop, but a safety car or two might throw some things into the mix. But just a little bit until we start the formation lap. Any pre-race predictions for you, Mr. RTG Royale?
I would think that any of the top 6 really with a chance of winning this. I think Crazy Cat set a great lap to get it on pole. He still took it even whilst he spun off the line. So that is really it was a really good lap from him and good for him to take it despite the circumstances in the last corner. F1 Boy, don't count him out either. He set a decent lap, but I don't know whether he can convert that into a good race or not. He didn't have a great quality in Baku, I know that. But it really could go either way. I think could definitely be either one of the top 5, and I don't know, if it's dry all the way, then it is possibly, I don't think we'll see any of those guys crash out.
Yeah. The rainy conditions during qualifying definitely threw some things into the mix. We saw a bunch of retirements from Alabama Outlaw. Don't count him out. P19 though, it's going to be a long way for him to go in the Williams. Milo Gaming P17, KDX, who spun, wasn't, I think, on his first run, so he wasn't able to get ideal track conditions, so watch for the AlphaTauri in P14. And the top 5 were very close together. I think separated by less than 2/10, I want to say. Might be wrong there, but I think it was pretty close between them all. But don't count out anybody in this. This should be a very interesting Grand Prix once we get things underway. The reserve driver of Scariest Spunk. Good qualifying from him in the wet conditions. See where he can go. P8 in the Mercedes. As we are getting ready to form up at the grid. It will be Crazy Cat who got pole, leading them, hopefully for his sake, hopefully leading them into turn 1 at Abi. And then F1 will be lining up at the front row. Let me actually pull up all the telemetries and stuff. As the back half of the grid forms up, we will get underway. No lights yet.
Got the telemetry on, we'll know when they're revving up
Yep.
now.
Here we go.
British Grand Prix.
It's lights out and away we go. Bad start for F1 boy, but he'll slide into the second position. Good start for FH. He will hold position. A lot of people holding position here. Not a lot of contact. Pretty clean start just going through the field right here.
They've all managed to get through farm very well. Great racing from a lot of them. Seems like there's a Mercedes round.
That's a spin for Scariest
Spunk. He had a great quali. That's quite unfair for him.
That's very unfortunate for him. It's Crazy Cat leading him.
Penalty.
Oh, that's a Haas. That's a Haas of Cameron. Also going
Kostag's
for a bit of a spin.
DNF.
Kostag's out. Kostag is out.
He's crashed. We have a VSC. How has he crashed?
How is he?
How is he on
Right
there?
there.
Has he made
Very
contact with someone going down the straight?
Must have been.
He'll
Very
probably
interesting place to
say in the
DNF.
main chat. But
Very interesting to DNF right there.
his
But-
race lasted a mere 3 corners, and then it was all over before it even really got going. But Crazy Cat managed to lead off the line. Managed to put a good lead as well. And as you said, F1 boy didn't get the greatest of starts. Not the start that he would have wanted anyway. So he wasn't nowhere near close enough to taking Crazy Cat into turn 1. But just to say, Leclerc hasn't had a very good start at all. I'm pretty sure he started. Hang on, I look at the position change. The biggest climber on that first lap is KDX Breyer. Started P16 and has already made his way up to P8. So good stuff from him. And really, everyone managed to keep in position on lap 1.
Yeah, very clean start, shockingly. Thought we'd see a little more contact, but unfortunately for Kostag, he was the only DNF. A little spin from Scariest Spunk and Cameron as well, but very clean start from all of these guys. Just trying to look at some of the racing through the field. Everybody's being pretty calm right now. Not too much squabbling going on right now as we look through the field. It's just Crazy Cat already has a second on Abrar in second.
Dramer already getting his 3-second penalty. That's not great.
Ideal.
Jensen Bartley right on the back of
FH.
DVD, and Leclerc all on the back of Jensen Bartley as well. Kostag just saying in the
FH is
main
making a
chat.
move on F1 boy. Into Stowe, he's gonna take P2. F1 boy trying to come back, maybe no. He's ahead into Vale.
Ooh, locks up. I think he looked at the inside, but then locked up, and then backed out of the move. I'm just looking at the main chat. Cossack said Cameron and KDX. We're going. Cameron, KDX, and himself were going 3 wide through the first through Brooklands, and they just turned into each other, and Cossack went flying into the wall. Apparently, anyway. That's what he's put in the chat. I'm sure we could probably see a clip of that from either of the drivers. And Rossi's just been given a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. I don't know what that's for. He might have actually gone wide out of turn 1 maybe, and gone in the runoff area. That seems to happen a lot.
FH is closing the gap to Crazy right here for P1, but Crazy Cat not using any of his ERS, still at a very nice 84%. As they all go through Maggots and Beckett's. Bad run there for F1
ahead of
boy
Davis into Maggots and Beckett's, I think he got ahead. Looking where they are now, that is he probably made a move through the trickiest part of the track to make an overtake out, so good stuff from GSR Cannon in his first Tier 2 race as a full-time driver. He obviously got promoted recently to the main Red Bull seat. I don't know who he took the seat off of.
Yeah, FH closing that gap to P1 now, just 4/10, but as I said, Crazy's saving that ERS. So not too much battling right now. Everybody's remaining pretty calm right now.
It was Callum took his seat from Worth to Seagull, so he's not in the league any longer. I thought it was Zoga he might have taken the seat off, but Zoga's just not racing today. Callum looking at the inside of Dramer into Brooklands, and now Luffield as well, but just doesn't make the move, doesn't make it stick. Well, now he's going to go around the outside into Cops, out the exit of Woodcote, and they are touching it now round the outside of Cops, and Dramer pushes him wide. This is some good racing. Now it's just going to be a matter. Callum backs out into Maggots. Good stuff from him. Obviously didn't want to crash into Maggots, and now Davis is probably going to look at the rear of Callum.
Yep.
Obviously the DRS will help.
Callum had a shocking run through there. And he's going to maybe get past here by
Well, he's not going to let him by easily, though. And he's going to come back at him.
Leaving the space.
And then seizes Davis' line into the corner. So Callum manages to keep position, even though, as you just said, he had an awful run through Maggots, Beckett's, Chapel. Probably because he lifted off on the entry.
All the leaders remaining calm in a DRS train, calm before the storm. Oh,
I think the DRS on the hangar straight will really help. I think it will really help FH because the gap is only half a second. I know, have you lagged out?
Unfortunate. I think so. Everybody's just retired. Beautiful. What a great game.
No, brilliant. Everyone's just retired. Also, was the race ended for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
I don't think everyone else seems to still be ready. Oh, Leclerc's crashed out of Chapel. Luckily, I think he's still going.
Well,
he's only spun it. He's still got damage, so he's down in P15 now. Anyway, I'll try and get you an invite back.
Yeah, just send me an invite back. This game is great. I will join that once the game allows me to. What a great game. Just makes the race end for the commentator. Beautiful. And I will Join that invite. That's great. Technical difficulties, but I will get back in as quick as possible if it wants to allow me. But as Mr. RTG Royale said, Leclerc had a little bit of a problem. We will see it once we get back in, of course. Sorry for the little technical difficulties, of course.
BG was trying to run out the inside of F1 Boy into cops, but F1 Boy stays ahead. So it's the fight for P3 between that F1 Boy and BG. And Google D just talking about 9 tenths behind this. Now DRS is going to help BG down the hanger straight. This is probably going to be a bit of an easy move for BG. BG moves himself up into P3 through Stowe, but F1 Boy's going to try and slug it out around the outside. And he's going to try and break later into the Vale chicane. They're still wheel to wheel. And they do make contact, and BG decides that he didn't want any of that racing and decided to let that F1 Boy back through. Probably have another go soon. Anyway, Patriot, you back in? Good
little battle between these guys. Yep, we're back.
Okay, cool.
Crazy Cat still holding the lead. Has led every single lap of the race so far.
Looking at the timing screen, it looks like Jensen Bartley's very close to the back of Striker. Oh, Striker looks up.
Yup, he's going to try and go around the outside. Oh, a little switchback maybe. He's going to have DRS right here. Move might be all but certain. With DRS and overtake, can Jensen do it? He's going to go around the outside. And he's going to do it, I think. And he does. Beautiful move from Jensen in P11.
Yeah, if he got it around the outside of turn 3, the loop. If he got it around then, that would have literally been an identical move to when I went around the outside of Wingo in Tier 4 yesterday. That was quite would have been literally a carbon copy of what happened, but he still managed to get the move done. It was a great move. But
little battle for the lead.
Callum ahead of Dramer into P6 goes Callum. I think Dramer goes a little bit wide on, goes straight to the inside on the exit of Stowe. I don't know why, but anyway, as you said, there's a battle for the lead right now.
Yeah, FH tried to do a little move at Stowe, but couldn't get the move to stick. Crazy Cat with good defense.
The yellow flags.
Yellow flag sector 3, that's a racing point. That's Rossi. Rossi 3 second after the spin, so that might get taken off eventually.
You got 10 seconds, and Rossi's already on 13 seconds.
Oh my.
And then Draymond on 6.
It does, this might just be me, but it does seem like the sun is poking out a little more as we ride on board with FH. Only 2 tenths behind Crazy Cat right here heading into Cops. Good run through there. Has not much overtake to play with as they head through Maggots and Beckett's. That F1 Boy gets a 3 second, he's in P4. Crazy Cat gets a bad run. Can FH do anything about it? Just no overtake for him, and Crazy Cat will use all of his to defend. Good run! He's gonna go side by side through at Vale in Club.
FH takes the lead. Oh, Crazy Cat is on the inside. He might go through into Club.
Right back
well,
at
that's
him.
a great move from Crazy Cat to take the lead. Take the lead back.
Switch back.
So that's a great switchback of dreams from the Mercedes, and FH really going to be pushing for it to get his second win in a row in Tier 2, because he obviously won in Baku after a tense final few laps against Leclerc. Remember, we were all screaming at him because he went onto the mediums with about 8 laps to go under the safety car, but he proved us wrong.
Yeah, doing really good to keep Crazy Cat under some pressure here. None of these top 2 guys have any penalties as Beebchi... Oh, F1 Boy and Dougal having a little squabble. Nothing comes of it. We will look through the field. Any battles? Yep. Davis on the Renault. Ooh, a little contact between them as they head through cops. Still side by side. Who's going to back out? They're at Maggots and Beckett's. Davis will back out of it as they head in. But Callum's going to look at Davis right here. Nothing will come of that either. Let's head back to the lead. Oh, FH got it! FH has gotten the lead.
It was just going with the RS down the hanging straight. I can't believe we haven't seen that. I can't believe we never caught that. But FH does lead, and
leader.
He's pulled out a really good lead as well, by the looks of things. He's pulled out a really...
So now what... Oh, yellow flag. That's a Renault.
Safety car!
Right?
Safety car! Striker's crash out of Stowe on the pit entry. There's a safety car.
So this will definitely shake things up. Good for FH to get that move done before the safety car came out. Now this came out at a very good time for these soft runners. They can just go mediums to the end of the Grand Prix. Unlucky for the medium runners like Alabama Outlaw. I know he was on mediums, and same for the Ferrari. Scarius Spunk just pit, and so did Rossi and KDX. So KDX will be able to put on fresh mediums after he previously just pit. But action-packed first 10 laps. I know I missed a little bit of them with some technical difficulty shenanigans, but we are back, obviously. F8, okay, so looking through the field, we have a couple people with penalties, both of the Renaults, and the Ferrari of Tay.
FH, everyone's diving in.
Yep.
Oh, Crazy Cat's trying. He tried to take FH into the pit lane.
So everybody should be coming in. As it disappears, so Alabama Outlaw speeds into the pit lane. That is unfortunate. So he will have 5 seconds added to his time.
I don't think anyone's jumped anymore.
In.
Ooh, BG's managed to jump. Oh no, never mind. BG was already ahead.
So lucky for the people who had a little problems, KDX and Rossi both spun, and Scary Spunk spun on the first lap. Little half spin though. He will now get another chance to go on, as we pretty much just had everybody pit. And the leaderboard stays the same, except for the Renaults who had to double stack, I do believe. So Drema, I'm just gonna say, yeah, Drema went down a couple positions. He was P6, so unfortunate for him. But the Ferrari has fit the softs. Unluckily for him, he was on the mediums at a bad time for the safety car, but you'd think he'd just go hards to the end, but he's going to be able to challenge the guys of him on his softs. And Alabama Outlaw obviously had to pit for hards because he was on mediums, so unluckily for him, that safety car came out at a pretty bad time. But he will be able to push on and maybe come back at these top guys at near the end of the Grand Prix. But yeah, pretty much everybody else is mediums. Standard strategy around Silverstone. As we do have a couple people in the back, so I don't think safety car is going to be in this lap. We have a couple people waiting to come back, KDX and Rossi. So safety car will not be in this lap. And we will go for another pace lap. So let's see. Crazy Cat started the race in front, led the first, I want to say 7, 8, 9 laps of the race, and got past on the hangar straight, I think. I don't know. I don't really know the corners here, me being an American, but got passed into Stowe. But it does seem like these two are gonna be heavyweight battling for this Grand Prix. FH did seem to have the pace advantage near the end of the soft stint, so we'll have to see how he can go on with this. It will be a DRS train and a slipstream train at the start of this restart, but now when you have all these other guys like Beep Cheap, F1 Boy, and Dougal, what can they do to this battle? Davis, P6, he hasn't been this far up yet in this Grand Prix. In the AlphaTauri, can the Renault of Drema come back through the field after losing a couple positions in the safety car pit stop? Sorry, a little mumbling. And Jensen Bartley, where can he come from? Had a little difficulties early in the race. See where the McLaren can try and strike his way through the pack.
I'm assuming the safety car will be in this lap.
Oh yeah, the entire field has now been regrouped, so we should get the announcement soon that
probably out of
in this lap
chapel.
once we. Yeah. So, once again, only 5 people with penalties. Both of the Renaults, the
There you go, safety car in this
Ferrari,
lap.
the Williams. Yep. So, what will FH do here? Staying relatively close to the safety car. Not too much space here to back him out, or back him off, but he's going to try his hardest. It's going to be important for Crazy Cat to try and get a good restart, as FH just slams on the brakes and goes. Good restart for FH. Slams on the brakes and then launches, throws Crazy Cat off, and we'll get automatically a 6/10 lead off of that. And Beep Cheap had a shocking start, not very good from him, and he's under pressure from F1 Boy now. And now Drema on Callum. And he will get that move done. Callum now under pressure from the Ferrari, a little crossover on the softs now, so he's going to have to strike his way through the pack early here.
I think FH would be one to know about this, but Tate's driving style very aggressive, so he's going to go for the move into Brooklands. He's going to really push Callum wide as well, no room left, and is going to just ram him with tyre face to tyre face racing.
More contact a little bit.
I think FH would be one to know about that, because he's been the victim of that many times, over like social races and stuff like that. Take 3, he's going to switch back and cross though.
Oh.
Did they make contact there? Because it seemed like
I
Callum
don't
just
think so.
couldn't
I think
turn
Callum
in.
just went wide.
Tate goes, Tate
3
backs out of
seconds.
Beckett's though. And Callum saved P8.
Another 3 second for Drema. That's 6 seconds for him, I do believe. Now F1 Boy. Actually, never mind. Crazy Cat and yeah, Beep Cheap might be able to throw a little sauce into this battle, but we'll have to see. Time staying pretty similar for all of these guys as they all head through the first sector. Oh, that's a spinner. That's the Ferrari out of the Grand Prix.
Tate, that's really
Just
big.
completely lost it in Abbey.
It's
Unfortunately,
caught up in a
yellow flag.
virtual safety
ESC
car.
now.
Virtual safety car. So I'm gonna look at the timings on that last lap quickly. Just looking at the timings. Out of all of them, BG was actually 7/10 quicker than Crazy Cat and 8/10 quicker than FA. BG was at blistering pace on that last lap. And he's just pulled up to the back of Crazy Cat now. So don't count Beeb Jeep out of the running for this win. Any of the top 7, really, they might split up soon. Because obviously the virtual safety car's ended, but the biggest gap between anyone in that top 7 is 8 tenths. So there's a big train going on, big DRS train. We'll probably see DRS come on this lap, be enabled. So Crazy Cat, that's crucial. Crazy Cat 3 seconds. That's going to be crucial in the running for the win because FH and BG both don't have penalties. We're going to have 12 laps to go. Lap 15, crossing the line. DRS is enabled this lap. So this is going to be crucial. FH is going to need to defend from the DRS, of course, because he won't have that benefit. He won't have that privilege to get this better straight line speed, reduce the drag. Crazy Cat now really going to have a big advantage from the DRS. FH going to have to defend though. He's gained a lot of time through the loop section. There's about 6 tenths in it. I don't think the DRS will help on the Wellington straight. Might do when we get down to the Hangar straight though.
FH going really wide.
Yellow flag.
This is Brooklyn. Oh, yellow flag. Who is that?
Nothing.
No, nothing. A little slow running, maybe.
Oh, I think Sky Response went round the outside of KDX at Luffield. I don't know. I think they might just be going on this wheel to the corner.
Cameron 3 second. He's in 15th though, so not the
Callum
race he's
gets
wanting
3
so
seconds
far.
as well. Milo's looking at the back of Alabama Outlaw, but doesn't make it. Crazy Cat's definitely closed up the DRS, but the DRS hasn't helped.
Yep, just 3 tenths back. But FH is very low on
Oh,
DRS
Sky has spun
compared
down the
to
inside of
Crazy.
Milo into Stowe, but hasn't been able to get it done. They were wheel to wheel on the exit, but Milo's got a really good exit. Oh, I think Alabama's like, oh no, he hasn't. He's lagging out. He's lagging.
Just had a little glitchy, yeah. Crazy Cat, if he can get good traction here, I think this is Village or Farms, one of those two. If he can get good traction, he might use a bit of overtake. Yellow flag,
Yellow
what is that?
KDX
That's an
drive
AlphaTauri, that's KDX. I don't think it's wing damage, but not sure. Crazy Cat now has a good overtake battery advantage over FH as they head through Cops. We have 11 laps to go in this British Grand Prix. FH doing really good, really well. Oh. KDX gets a 3-second time penalty. Back in 16th because of his spin. Beeb Jeep though is staying really close to this battle. Another 3-second for Drama. P6 but has 9 seconds worth of penalties, so not very disciplined on those track limits today. Crazy Cat staying very close to FH. Another yellow flag. That's a Williams. Who is that? That's Alabama Outlaw, I think.
No, it's
BG.
BG.
Oh no.
That throws the race wide open. Because now it's only going to be really FH to Crazy Cat unless that F1 boy can catch it up.
Always a chance. Look at Davis. He's come from pretty far back. I think he started P11. And now lurking for that final podium spot. But that's unfortunate for Beeb Sheeb. He was one of the heavyweights in this one. So he might need a safety car to help him get back into this. But currently, the leaders are trying to break away. F1 boy is currently still in the DRS, but just barely. And FH also doesn't have a penalty, so he's got a big advantage right now. But big run here for Crazy Cat. Is he going to take it into Stowe? Around the outside,
nearly.
FH is going to be able to hold it.
Holds around the outside, definitely.
Beautiful from FH right there. Good defense from him. Crazy Cat gets decent traction as we head to the Hamilton straight. F1 Boy now out of DRS, so he's not going to be able to hold back from the cars behind him. Yellow flag. Who is that? Oh, that's a Rossi? Yeah, Rossi.
Yeah, Rossi going very slow.
Little spin and club heading to the Hamilton straight, maybe. Doesn't look like he is damaged, so he'll be able to march on. FH very low on ERS, though, and Crazy Cat still looking very good. So maybe Crazy Cat's just trying to set up a move for later, but maybe just trying to force FH into a mistake. We'll have to see. As FH does go a little wider, there might have been a warning, but not sure yet. Very good run, though. Oh. Abusing track limits, it appears. So very bad run for Crazy Cat, though. He's going to have to use the overtake to try and catch back up. Now Davis might be able to go on Abra right here for P3. Doesn't look like it. Davis being very disciplined on the track limits. No penalties as of yet. And right now he's sitting pretty to get on that final spot of the podium. So good race for the AlphaTauri driver so far. FH driving a very good race right now, getting no penalties and maintaining this lead. But anything can happen. If he gets a penalty, Crazy Cat can blow this race wide open, go for an overtake, as he does get decent traction, but won't use any of the overtake. He doesn't want to go for a move yet. He wants it to come naturally, it seems so. Doesn't want to force anything yet. Maybe he just wants to force that FH into a mistake. But good run out of Brooklyn, I think. I don't know. Into Cops. He's just trying to force FH into a mistake. So I will quickly check penalties for these top two. No warnings for FH. My man does not have to worry anything. And 2 warnings for Crazy Cat. Okay, so FH literally has no pressure on him. He has 0 warnings.
Leclerc gets past Callum. Leclerc into P7. Yeah, I think that. I mean, FH got without warning in 19 laps, so I don't think he'll get 3 warnings in 6 laps. So, and Crazy Cat obviously 1 more warning, he gets 6 seconds. So, I think FH is in a really good position to get his 2nd win in Tier 2, and if he does so, it was a first-time Tier 2 winner last week, and then he gets back-to-back wins. That will probably fire him straight to the top of the championship, considering Beachy is out of the points now.
Yeah, Beachy did pit for softs. I did not catch that, but
I'm just going to look at the standings.
He did not want to stay on those parched medium tires, so he will go to the softs and maybe pray for a safety car, but not much a safety car can do now with his track position.
FH won't go to the top of the the top of the standings, but he'll go 10 points away from BG. BG gets the fastest lap, so he'll go 11 points away from BG if he keeps that fastest lap.
FH is just driving very smooth through Maggots and Beckett's. Not much Crazy Cat can do right here as Callum gets a 3-second. He's currently in P8. Must have been through Maggots and Beckett's. Alabama Outlaws driving a decent race on those hards. Was put in a pretty bad scenario to get on the hards when that safety car came out, but he is making the best of it as Rossi gets past KDX into Stowe. And from Crazy Cat gets his 2nd 3-second. That's 6 seconds worth of penalties. So what does that do for Davis, actually? Davis might be promoted 2 positions. Davis could get 2nd place in this British Grand Prix if he can stay away from the curbs and not get any penalties. Davis and that AlphaTauri team could be on for a second place here. And Jensen, look at Jensen, he doesn't have a penalty yet. So Jensen is sitting very pretty. I said to watch him at the safety car restart. He's got to work to try and get into the DRS of Drama because they're just going to slipstream away from him. And he's pretty much in no man's land right now, so he just needs to drive the wheels off of that McLaren for the next 6 laps. Crazy Cat barely sticking in the DRS. F1 boy now coming back at him. It seems like Crazy Cat has fallen off in his pace as the run goes on. I mean, obviously, but compared to the field,
Milo.
Flag.
Milo.
That's Milo. Oh no.
Milo. Kevin Magnesia, no.
No. And Maggots Beckett's just goes for a little spin. Might see him dive it to pit road sooner rather than later. FH obviously sitting in a very good spot. So is Davis to get second place in this British Grand Prix. So is Jensen.
Oh, it's off again.
Oh, Milo's off.
Cameron's also off at Beckett's as well. Oh, he's been given a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits.
My.
Oh,
Milo.
I think he tried to take himself out. Yeah, he's DNF.
Silly bastard. I mean, silly boy.
PG.
Little battle.
They're really wheel smooth. They're properly.
Wait, Crazy Cat got in front of FH. How has this happened? We've missed another pass for the lead.
We missed it. That's the second time. Come on, we need to be on our game.
FH now second on track.
F1 boy's right on the rear as well.
3 seconds. That's 6.
Has Crazy Cat just got? Has he got another penalty? Did you say?
FH is gonna get him back right here though. Around the outside into Stowe. Yup. Pulls it off even before.
This time we don't miss it. Oh, this time Milo's AI has come out the pits. So hopefully he doesn't get in the way. Shouldn't do.
It should retire him. Or it should just keep him away from everybody. But now Davis is looking very good right now.
Yeah, his car's gone.
Jensen is looking very good as well.
They only have 3 laps to go. No, 4 laps to go. The big question now here is, can FH hold on to claim his second tier 2 victory? Definitely looking like he can.
Yeah. Pretty much right now.
Look at that F1 boy! Look at him! Around
F1
the outside
boy.
of the field! Can he take P2? Definitely don't count that F1 boy out of the running for this win now, because he's going to go. He's switched to the inside. He doesn't have the time to go around the outside cars. Oh, he's
no!
Oh no, no! Into Cox.
Oh no!
And just touches Crazy Cat as he tries to switch to the outside. And I've given him the commentator's curse, haven't I?
That is unfortunate.
I'm sorry, Abra, I didn't mean it.
Bro, that is unlucky. Crazy Cat seemed to stall out a little bit in the middle of cops, and they just made contact. F1 boy tried to go for the rocket ship exit as Leclerc gets another 30-second time penalty. So very unlucky for Abrar right there. That is
FH by 5. If we had power rankings, FH would definitely be at the top right now, because he is driving. He's driving the wheels off of his McLaren in these last few races. I think that they've all got pretty comfortable gaps in the DRS train these last few laps.
Yeah, pretty much.
We just appreciate that Jensen Bartley's fought back up to P5 and is in this train for the win.
Yeah, no penalties for him either. We can see him try and battle Davis eventually. And Davis...
Jensen might get a podium here. Jensen might get a podium because Crazy Cat has 9 seconds of penalties now.
He does have it right now with all the penalties Crazy and Drama have.
Drama's probably going to be demoted all the way, probably down to P12. Drama's penalties have not helped him here.
Yeah, it seems like Davis doesn't really have the pace to hang with FH, and he's just sticking in the DRS and trying to ride this one out. But what can Jensen do to see if he can battle Davis? That might be a future battle we see in the next 2 laps as we head to 2 laps to go. Yep, head to 2 laps to go.
Here we go. Yeah, Jensen Bartley seems to have this. I think it will be. I think it will definitely be FH, Crazy Cat, and Jensen Bartley on the podium now.
It does seem so. And we might even see Leclerc get promoted to P4 with the penalties Draymond
Yeah.
Crazy Cat have, so.
Leclerc, after a dismal race, might still get 4th. Because he had that spin, remember, when he went in the session, so obviously you didn't see it. He had that spin, so
Good recovery from him.
he was down in P15.
It does seem like Crazy does want to pass FH and try and get this one on track. As the leaders do head into the back half of the second sector, Maggots and Beckett's.
Davis, if Davis gets one more warning, he will get a penalty. FH still yet to receive a warning, so this could seem very comfortable for FH for the second time. Ooh,
Crazy Cat.
Jensen was on the inside of Dramer into Stowe. Didn't go for it though.
Very close now.
This is massive. This is This is now a really big fight for the lead. The last lap of the British Grand Prix, the last lap of Silverstone and GSR for this season. Jensen Bartley still tailing Dramer, Dramer still tailing Davis, Davis still tailing Crazy Cat, and Crazy Cat still tailing FH. Which way is this going to go? DRS now will be available down this straight. Jensen Bartley pretty comfortable in his attempt to get Dramer, so isn't going to run it up the inside of him whatsoever.
Very close between Jensen and Dramer right there.
Yeah. But it really could go either way. Jensen still hasn't overtaken him, but Davis is closing in on Crazy Cat, it seems, and now we're going to have DRS. On the hanger straight.
Not a very good line for Davis.
Crazy Cat is really pushing. You can tell he's really pushing us up the track limits now as well. Jensen picks up a penalty. That shouldn't be a problem for him, though. That shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't be a problem for him. He should be able to hold
Crazy
on to
Cat
P3.
doesn't get past with DRS. It seems the FH. Crazy Cat looks to the inside. It's not going to be him, FH.
Vale and Club. FH is going to take his second win in a row here in Silverstone. And look at Davis and Jensen, who both get on the podium. Unlucky.
And look at Dramer tumble down the order. Dramer will finish in P10. Dramer P10.
What a race from GSR, FH 444, and Davis. Davis underrated podium. Started P11, worked his way through the field, and had the pace. I don't want to say had the pace for the win because FH did seem like he was bossing everybody other than Crazy Cat and maybe Beeb Cheap. But what a race from FH.
I've invited all the podium guys, so I'm guessing they're joining.
Beautiful.
I'll include my audio is available. That's good to know. Yeah, I can include it. Yes! Come on.
Beautiful race from these podium finishers, all seemingly having comeback drives other than FH444, who had the pace pretty much the entire race.
Does this mean I'm going to have to play the same national anthem again this week?
Yeah, national anthem, yes, Lisa. Enjoy every second of it.
Yeah, but that was possibly that was a really entertaining race.
Yeah.
Controversial, but I think it might be more entertaining than Baku.
I don't really know. I wasn't paying attention to it.
Well, there was
to
more
be honest.
people in the chance for the win because there's 6 people fighting for it.
Yeah. Very close and very good racing here
I'm going into the pins.
today.
I'm going into the pins. Of course, FH pins the Irish national anthem first. I mean,
I know. That was a good race.
alright,
That was good.
I will do that then. I will play that. Okay. Okay, right.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right.
Should we start with Jensen and work our way up?
Yeah, go with thirds first.
Sounds good with me. Jensen, on that final safety car restart, I wouldn't say final, it happened pretty early into the race. You were P11. What did it take for you to drive through the field and finish on the final podium spot here in Silverstone?
Well, the fact that it was the first podium since the last season, because I think I was on the podium for the last race, I think it was, but I've had such bad luck this first season or back. But I don't even know what happened. I think it was from the first corner, I just lost it off the rear end. After the restart, I knew Alabama was on the hard, so I knew I needed to get in front of him because I know the hards are a very terrible tyre at Silverstone. And then Tate lost it at turn 1, same as what happened to me, and then it was just a continuous just pushing, making sure I was focused, and thankfully penalties helped a little bit, but it was a very good battle towards the end.
Yeah, we saw a lot of the leaders very close together near the end of the race. Some with penalties, but very close racing on track for the victory. Now, if I can head to the American little girl, Davis. Are you there, Davey? Good race from you, starting P11 on track and pretty much quietly working your way through the field. Tell me how did that race feel for you? Obviously on the podium, second place, a very clean race from you, no penalties for track limits. Just tell me how did you manage this? I've never seen this before from you. Yeah, we did see a good amount of DRS training throughout the pack, especially for the lead most of the race, and Davis being able to take advantage of other mistakes from the field. We saw a couple spinners, and yeah, able to work his way through the field. Second place with no penalties. Third on track, but second because of Crazy Cat getting 9 seconds worth of penalties. Good race from Davis. Do you have any questions for him, or Mr. Royale?
I just got to ask this. How was it like fighting in that massive 5-car DRS train at the end? Were you confident were you confident, like, not making any overtakes? Were you confident that you would keep a podium spot no matter what, or were you still? Because obviously you had 2 warnings. So were you trying to just be careful with the track limits, but also try and keep the same pace without getting the last warning that you needed for a penalty? Okay, that's cool. Right. Thank you, Davis, and congrats on P2.
I'll let you ask the question to the race winner.
Okay, FH, you've done it again.
Yeah.
P1 again. Probably at the race most local to you. Let's just say the most local race you can get.
Cool.
What does it mean to you to get the second win and probably fire you into P2 in the standings?
Yeah, it feels good. Feels very nice to win again. Once I stop winning, like once I stop winning, I literally cannot stop. It seems unless something happens to me. But yeah, feels very good. As close as I could get to home because I do live in the UK, but I am Irish. But yeah, it's so nice to win myself and being there twice to actually watch the real life races as well. So it feels good. Crazy at the mad pace today as well. So fair play to him. Showing me penalties. Make sure to leave a little bit more remedials go side by side with me because of what happened last weekend. But yeah, it was a great race for me, I think. And yeah, hopefully I can win a 3rd in a row.
Yeah, so when you were battling with Crazy, did it surprise you the amount of pace he had? Considering this is again, he's been moved up again now to tier 2. Did it surprise you that he was managing to keep up with you that much?
No, not really. I get on with very well with what's the teammate today, Royale. So I know his pace. I know he is a very quick and consistent driver. And I'll be honest, he kept the pressure on for the whole race. I always had to concentrate, even when I was 1 second in front. Like I realized when I stopped concentrating at one point, it was like 7 tenths of one. Like it feels like about 19. We lost the rear ends at some points. I thought it was like 7 tenths, but then when I saw it was like 3 tenths. Yeah, that was a bit scary. Almost, it looked like he was doing a Rosberg team from 2016 at Austria, not steering, but it was fun. No issues with it, but yeah, I was surprised with his pace and it was a good battle with him today.
Yeah, so I've got one more question. Of course, we had obviously, like, you swapped positions quite a lot. So, and you said he obviously kept the pressure on you the whole race.
Yeah.
When he started to rack up the penalties, did that like make you like more confident, or did you still keep the same confidence like throughout? Obviously, he had no warnings as well, so yeah.
Yeah, the only problem was Davis. I knew if he passed me, I could be overtaken by Davis and lose leads. I was in the bus, I was like, please just don't overtake me. And he even said, I'm not going to try back because you've got penalties. So when I heard that, it was just such a relief that there's just no point trying to pass me. So it was just nice. But yeah, if he had passed me, I would have been really worried about Davis because I knew I probably didn't have the actual pace per se today. I just managed to keep him off.
Yeah, Patriot, you can now ask any questions if you have any.
Nah, I don't have any. You pretty much covered everything. Beautiful job from you Irish boy. Getting it done.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Alright, I think I'm satisfied with ending the stream on that note. Thank you all so much for watching GSR Tier 2 coverage, the final race of the weekend here in GSR. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will all see you next week with, I forget the track.
It's Austria.
I forget. Austria. Oh, that should be a good one. And
Yeah.
we have the first race, which I think is Tier 3?
Yeah,
Yeah,
tier
tier 3
tier
Friday night.
4, tier 1, tier 5,
Tier 4,
tier
tier 1,
3
tier 5,
Friday
tier 2.
night. So we will all see